Alright boys, here we are. This isn't Zach as usual behind the camera. This is Ed. Working on this Vibe here. As you can tell, me and Zach switched cars. He's got the Elantra because I can't drive standard worth of crap. And I took the Vibe because it's auto F off. So I got the old man here today. I can't really see it with the glare. There he is over there. Anyways, so what we did was we took these Toyota truck rims that had the flap. We broke the flap off, cut it off, so now they're just tubed. And then we cut the caliper brackets so they fit, they roll. Just got to cut the sway bar link off right here. And then I can put my strut block behind the strut. Working on right now is getting these bumper mounting plates on, I guess you call it. 5 inch by 6 inch. Just keep it under the rules. This one's welded on already. Just got to do this one. I just got it tacked. I might cut the tack, re-straighten it. We did brakes.
Just carry it out if you want.
Then we're gonna put the cage in here next. After I get that bumper plate welded, I'm gonna weld that plate on. So maybe I'll set a time lapse up. This isn't usually my camera. This isn't usually my camera work. I'm a little bit more difficult behind the camera, but so yeah. So we'll get this going here in a minute, and then we'll be putting a cage in, tying the doors, and then I think we're done. And then a loop kit.
At night, yeah, make all the demons quiet, yeah, we were built to thrive, yeah, I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah, make all the demons quiet, yeah, we were built to thrive, yeah, I think that we've all had enough, yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan, they know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. It's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah, make all the demons quiet, yeah, we were built to thrive, yeah, I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah, make all the demons quiet, yeah, we were built to thrive, yeah, I think that we've all had enough, yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan, they know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan, they know that we're calling it wrong. Quiet, yeah, we were built to thrive, yeah, I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah, make all the demons quiet, yeah, we were built to thrive, yeah, I think that we've all had enough, yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan, they know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough.
Well guys, Eddie killed the battery doing his time lapse. I'm gonna have to see how that looks on the YouTube video. But he got his new bumper on. He welded his on, didn't like it, so then he came home and he came back to my bumper pile and took one of my bumpers from the 70s and gave me his pre-ran bumper from the 70s, and I was like, oh, that's a lose win for me, Eddie, thank you very much. But He couldn't run the extra flaps on his tires, so we removed those. He got the steel behind the struts in the usual Eddy fashion welds. Now, we did have an issue on this, as Eddy had these tabs that hold the brake lines underneath here, so the car was sitting really tall, but he said he had a hard time turning. So he did have to cut these tabs off. I think he should cut them closer, but this is not my car. I'm not going to build it for him. He did his loop line kit. This steer is just out of a Cobalt, guys, so remember to keep all your Cobalt parts. He bent the ends in on the bumper, and yeah, pretty much it. He took the gas tank off the floor, which was securely fastened, and then he cut this off one of my other cages, and again, welded it on in Eddy fashion. So we'll see how well that holds. I think he should like take the pressure off his fuel line and his wiring, but that's up to Eddy to see what he wants to do. And he stole my fire extinguisher, so I just had to go buy another fire extinguisher. But that's okay. In Canada, we have to run fire extinguishers, guys. It's our rules. But yeah, so Eddy, I think, is pretty much ready for the demolition derby now. There's a couple more things I'd like him to do, or if it was my car, I would do. But 1, I would change that gas tank mount. 2, I'd change all the wiring. 3, I would chain down the motor. And it's about, I'd move the wiring, I'd cut back the air box, that kind of stuff. I would take out all the rear brakes, because this thing here I think is the rear brakes catch a bit, because the e-brake was the only brake that was being used on it. So there was still quite a bit of things that I would do to this car that I don't think Eddy is actually going to do to it. But he still has to wire his doors shut. He punched holes through the doors, but didn't really do anything with them, I don't think. No, he didn't do that. But yeah, he's still got quite a bit of stuff to do on this. The derby is not this weekend, but next weekend. So he'll be working on that. So stay tuned, guys. Eddy will be smashing. Hopefully I'll have it in car in here. If the weather stays nice, I'll actually go to the derby. Take care, guys. And this is the first Pontiac Vibe that I pretty much built. Eddy finished it off, but this is pretty much the first one I ever built. I was going to run it, but he took it over. Take care, guys.